Hello, everybody. Welcome into Monday night, September 23rd, 2024. Obviously, I'm going to have to bring a light in here. This didn't go like I wanted to. I'll do that tomorrow night. Plus, I only have one monitor in here, so I'm trying to befuddle my way through this and get to where it will work. Speaker bot works. That's good. I think I can do this. The problem I'm having is if I do too much, it actually freezes the clocks. The clocks right now look like they're actually running. They look like they're a little bit off, but I don't have a 22-inch monitor in here, which is what they normally reside on. So things aren't going to go the way they should. And I've got them adjusted as about as good as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this out a little bit more. See, yeah, see right about there, the clock's basically stopped, and then I backed it up a little bit, and they seem to work. I think I unmuted the homies if you guys want to say hello. Oh, wait a minute. Why are the homies off? We have problems already.
I'm eating my rocky road. I can't talk now.
Well, that sounds good. It actually sounds very good.
Hey, Kim.
Oh, Tim. I thought I saw
토니
you come in.
왈로세드 노마노.
All right. I
Greetings
cannot.
from Vegas.
According to the mixer on OBS, everything is working according to the way it should, except for my voice is not getting into the yellow. So I'm going to bump that up a little bit. And I couldn't tell on the homies. I'll check that out in a minute. I clearly have to bring another monitor in here tomorrow. I just got to figure out where to put it. That'll make things so much easier. Okay, so Zoom is messed up, but nothing was moved there. Let me go back over here and look at this. Okay, it looks like the clocks are in front of Zoom. Thank you, John. So speaker bot's working. I figured that would be good. Yeah, it looks like the clocks are just not in the right place. So I'm going to try to fix that. I wish somebody would say something while I'm doing this so I can kind of have something going. Hello, Mike. Mike Wojcik joined us over in chat.
While you're doing this.
Thank you. I'll put Sam in charge while I'm doing this. That's weird that I didn't change any of the sources around. I just moved the computer from there to here, and it does appear that the clocks have moved their position and are actually in front of Zoom.
Well, how come you only have one screen? I haven't been around in a while.
My son moved into the studio about 5 days ago, and he's going to be here for a while, so I can only bring in one more monitor, which I'll do tomorrow. The two of the ones that are left in are mounted to the wall, and I'm not going to unmount them from the wall and bring them in here. I'll bring one of the, I have two that, one's a 43-inch. I'm not going to bring it in. I'll have the room. The other one's a 32-inch. I'll figure out a way to bring it in here somehow and make it work. I don't know how just yet.
That
Just
sounds
hang
like
it from the ceiling.
Do what, Greg?
Just hang it from the ceiling.
Yeah, I could do that in here actually.
sounds like a can of worms to me.
It's been okay. I mean, it could have been worse. I could be back on the laptop again tonight and or sitting outside.
What? Laptop?
Yeah, I have a laptop, believe it or not. And that's what I streamed from last night. Okay, I see I have an ad.
That's a
Okay, so
bad word around here for me because that's all I work on.
all right, the clocks are where they're supposed to be. You know what I'm not seeing? I don't see Zoom anywhere, but yet I know Zoom is there because when I go, there's Zoom. So I'm going to bring this up here. I'm going to put Zoom right there. Now, did that make a difference? Oh, I got silly ad to contend with. That didn't change anything. Jeff is still cut off. Sam is still cut off. Bill is still cut off. Tim is still cut off. That did not change a thing. Now, if I go full screen, then, yeah, see, the clock stopped. I don't know why that is. They're running in the background, and by going full screen, it just kills the clocks. John says he's going to get the headphones I'm using. I can barely hear me. According to the mixer, I'm basically loud. Now, I am sitting a little bit away. Let me try this. That's the other thing I've got to do is I've got to get comfortable with where
I think we hear you fine in Zoom.
Zoom, yeah, Zoom will never be a problem.
Muted for me.
Right, Zoom is always going to be good. Zoom's got its own set of controls, and they're good. I don't mess with those. Now that was interesting. When you talked, Jeff, the desktop audio did not move at all. Could somebody say something? There it goes. Boy, that kicked in like quick. Long Dog's in the chat.
There's something strange about the interaction between Zoom and your OBS and getting it into the stream, and I understand none of it. So
we determined the other day that Zoom does a lot of weird things. Okay, so the clocks are still the clocks should not be. I put Zoom over on top of the clocks. Oh my gosh. And here's the other bad thing. I can't monitor when I'm doing my changes on the OBS. Okay, so it's not the clock. It is the clock. Oh my gosh, what a cluster this is going to be. Maybe I'll get 2 more 22-inch monitors and mount them in here in case this happens again. Now that's interesting. I turned the clocks off, but yet Zoom itself is still horrible. Didn't intend for tonight to be a. Okay, so audio is working. I can hear it just fine. I accidentally hit the wrong thing. I didn't intend for this to be a. I'm going to figure this out. Let's see here. I grab a corner, Alt. Actually, it looks like let me go back and look and see how that doesn't look. Sam's better, Bill's better, but Jeff and Tim are still cut off. And this is my normal monitoring screen that I use. I brought that screen in here because that's the easiest one to move. It's the lightest and the simplest one to move. I could bring the other one in here, but that's not going to solve anything. It's just going to be the same problem all over again. Now, for some reason, it almost looks as if the clock, I may just do away with the clocks for a while. In fact, you know what I think I'll do? I think I will do this.
Yeah, being cut off, that's what she said, so.
All right, that's going to make a big difference right there. Although, no, that is still showing. I reset the transform on Zoom in OBS, and it's still cutting off Tim.
What? Let me ask you a dumb question. Zoom is one of the inputs to OBS?
Yes, it's a source.
All right.
Rick Lakes is asking Bill what kind of pizza is he eating?
Tombstone.
Tombstone. All right.
looks like some mushroom or something on there. Maybe I can't make it out for sure.
All right,
It's a
there.
fried meat, and it's supposed to be fried meat.
Okay, 5 minutes. All right, that sounds good.
Now I fixed that. I got Jeff and everybody's where they're supposed to be sized as far as their box goes on Zoom. The reason I'm using my laptop is I'm watching the football games as well. I checked into the scores. They look to be two so-so games. Surprised Cincinnati is not winning, or at least they weren't when I checked it a while ago. And Chris Garrett joins us. Hello, Chris and Max.
Hey.
So that
How's your weather so far, Chris?
It's fine right now. It's going to be the end of the week.
Okay.
Yeah, they're predicting us to get some remnants or a little bit of that storm as well. Let me get an audio check over on YouTube, please. How's the audio sounding now on YouTube? According to the mixer, it's barely getting to the... Well, let me try that. No, I want to talk a little bit louder. Okay, John says good now. Tony says normal. What about when the homies talk? How do they sound? YouTube sounds fine as far as audio level, but it does sound like you're in the bath. Yeah, I'm in the master bedroom, so it's going to be a little bit more echoey than normal.
Yeah, it was acceptable on YouTube for me.
There's nothing I can... What I wished I could do is I wished I could set this up to where when I make a change on OBS, I can see the change on the stream itself. Now that is interesting. You know what's not working? I can't grab the top. I can't hold Alt or Control and get rid of the Zoom workplace and the view. That's crazy. Huh. Now I do know there's an update. I don't think I updated OBS. I know there's an update. I got notification of it, but I opted not to do it. I'm not sure why I opted not to do it, but I opted not to do it. All right, now the clocks are back. They should be back anyway. And how does that look?
Zoom's a little bit too big.
Awful.
Yeah, Zoom's way big. All right, I'm working on it. Yeah, I can't get rid of... All right, that looks pretty... Well, it's still a little big.
Wow. Still cutting off COT and IST.
Yeah, I see that. That's what I'm working on right now. All right, that's about as good as that's going to get. Now, I'm a little disappointed in that I cannot get rid of the top, the Zoom workplace, the view, and I can't get rid of that. OBS is not allowing me to grab the, you know how you can grab the bars, Sam, and you can move them that way? I can't do that. And it turns green. It's not letting me do that. So I'm going to leave it like that. That should look a little bit better right now. Yeah, that's doable for tonight. I'll worry about the other stuff later. So anyway, if someone could do me a speaker bot so I can see if I've got that low enough or not, that would be cool. If not, then we'll go from there. So I'm going to lock everything down in place where it's at. Yeah, except for, yeah, there we go. Doug's, that's good.
One Fish 26. It is currently 63 degrees Fahrenheit, 17.2 degrees Celsius, and overcast in Hornell, New York.
I have no idea what the temperature is here. It's still raining, I know that.
Tony Wallow. It is currently % auto format temp % and % current condition text % in % auto format location %.
Yep, remember to put a zip code and or a city behind it. And then that way it will tell you the city. All right, now he just did that. That works. If you're running a speaker, I would lower the volume just a little bit, try 0.5%. I'm not running a speaker. I'm using my earbuds that Tim sent me.
Jeff
And
Ryman, it
I
is
don't think
currently
there's a way
90
for me to
degrees
lower the
Fahrenheit,
volume. Well, I can lower
32.2
the
degrees
volume in
Celsius,
OBS.
and clear in Las Vegas, Nevada.
But are
You
you talking
can-
about my volume, or are you talking about the Zoom Homies volume? Whose volume are you talking about? Now, did the clock stop? They did, didn't they? Yes, they did. That's because I went full screen. I just don't get that. Now they're going, well, maybe they're going to work. I'm working on getting the clocks back. There we go. Now the clocks are working. I just have to offset the monitor tab a little bit. I'm just frustrated that I can't get rid of the Zoom Workplace. That's confusing. I should have read SpeakerBot, but SpeakerBot, Sam, correct me if I'm wrong, but can I control the volume of the SpeakerBot itself? I don't have a separate source in OBS for it. I'm not as sophisticated as Doug. I just have... Go
Yes,
ahead.
you can.
Okay. Maybe we can do that after the show tonight and figure that out. I don't have a SpeakerBot audio in my audio. I just have desktop audio and the microphone.
Steve Dodd, it is currently 62.1 degrees Fahrenheit, 16.7 degrees Celsius, and overcast in Waterford, Michigan.
Hello, Steve. I know Steve's there because it just said Steve Dodd says the weather is currently very comfortable in Waterford. Good to see you. Hope things are going well for you. I love that one. Nobody will get this. Ground Control and Major Tom. I might try to find that again, download it, and bring it in as a SpeakerBot funny joke. Maybe. Right now, I mean, this is bare bones, barely getting
John
through.
Williams, it is currently 61 degrees Fahrenheit, 16.1 degrees Celsius, and partly cloudy in Madison, Wisconsin.
I don't know if Ghetto's here or not, but he did send me a picture. He took a picture that he got about 3/4 of the picture with his finger in the way. So he asked me if he thought I could remove his thumb, and my initial thought was no, I don't think I can. But then I thought, yeah, send it to me. I'll bring it into DaVinci and see what I can do. And I've been thinking about it all day. I won't do it on this machine because it's so old and I don't have access to the other one right now. But I'm thinking I can I can get rid of the thumb and then use a cloning tool to clone the background and just fill in where the thumb used to be. And that's it for your DaVinci moment for the night.
We can remove his thumb if he wants to remove his thumb.
Yeah. Yeah, I know he was here earlier today when I did the testing with the laptop outside, which I really wished I was outside right now, but the only way that was going to work is if I have access to the studio. And again, I still don't get why or how the Yeti was picking up. Okay, there I got rid of the Zoom. I'll have to go see how that looks. All right, I'll go with that for now. Clocks are functioning. Zoom is in place. Sort of, kind of.
John Williams said, "Hello, great guy."
There it is. The hello, great guy. So everything is pretty much as normal as it can be for right now. I was present for Doug today. I don't know what was going on. It appeared that most of my chat was being overlooked. I still don't
Tony
know what
Wallo
he
said.
meant by his invitation of open invitation or open whatever it was. And the computer shut down in there last night, so I couldn't go in and screenshot him that I actually questioned what it was the very first comment that was ever in there, not whoever was first today, which is not a big deal because, like Doug, I don't care. That cracked me up today. He had a lot of I don't care today. I think he was having a bad Monday. I can't wait to get some kind of AI chip with audio analysis and leveling. There's a function for AI to work on a pretty sure they already have it. Wouldn't, I mean...
Cam.
Hello, Wintermute. Wintermute, if you're around and if Brian's watching and or joins later, he's got a Wintermute question for you. He was on the earlier Zoom today and we were trying to figure something out, and we kind of sort of figured maybe something out, but we didn't get it 100% figured out. Somebody's coming into Zoom. Oh, it's Alex, only 21 minutes late tonight. Getting better.
And you can be built. You can run an audio program that has auto levels in it.
I'm sure you can.
John Williams said Doug is not okay with things being easy.
That's what I'm doing. This one is balance out the sound between the game and the YouTube and that.
Yes, John. Good point, John. I didn't hear. Did the speaker bot work? And he'll be on after football. Okay, cool. I heard something, but yeah, Doug is not okay with things being easy. Boy, did he make that point more than apparent today.
Hey, Ken?
Yes, mister, I don't have my camera on.
Tony Wallo said
like you must have got your little issues worked out from earlier, because it looks like you're connected to the big computer, because I was gonna say, because your background, it don't look like your background is I was going to say, you don't look like you're using the Zoom virtual background, but then you moved a little bit. And
I am using the Zoom virtual background, just I was using the Zoom virtual background earlier today. Why would you think I got the big computer working just because I have the big Zoom, because I have the virtual background working?
I thought you said you got it working.
That wasn't the problem. The virtual background was never the issue. I don't know what other than Food and Tammy, do you pay attention to anything else that's going on in the world?
Never mind.
No, he doesn't.
Well, you're the one that brought this up, and I'm just merely pointing out that the virtual background was never the issue. The issue was the audio, number one, was the biggest issue, because when I muted the Yeti in the studio when I was sitting on my porch, nobody could hear me, which is weird, unless somehow the laptop was connecting to the Yeti, which I still can't figure that out. And then when she closed the door with the Yeti on, you couldn't hear me. And as soon as she opened the door, my voice came back through, even though I was sitting on the back porch. So yes, I do. Again, I sent you a message. I needed your help. Again, you failed. Okay? Failed.
You said I saw it, and you said never mind.
Because I got tired of waiting for you, and I went and got someone else to help me. So I said, never mind.
I remoted in and fixed it.
Do what, Greg?
I remoted in and fixed it for you.
Well, I wasn't going to tell him that, but I didn't want to hurt his feelings. But I did bring the streamer into this bedroom. I brought in my one monitor, a camera, the Yeti, a keyboard, and no light. Tomorrow night, I'll bring a studio light in here and make the light a little bit better, because the light is up here to my left and it's on the ceiling and it's absolutely atrocious. Now, I do have one lamp I could maybe move tomorrow and see, but I think it'll be too bright. So tomorrow, I'll grab a studio light. I could actually do it right now. I've got a studio light that I'm not using.
John Williams said you got about this. Lol.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Now, if someone can figure out why, so right now I'm going to click on the maximize the monitor and the clocks will stop. Oh, yeah, there they go. Almost made me concerned.
How bright are those studio lights? How bright is just one of those studio lights?
I don't know. I have no idea what the wattage is on them. None whatsoever. But whatever they came with. Oh, I see Doug's background's a little bit off too, so I'm going to have to fix that. Now, here's the challenge for the homies or anyone else. If you can figure out why when I maximize my streamer tab on the internet why it stops the clocks. The clocks are not moving right now. They're stopped on Mike, Sin, Sean, Darren, VH Ringer, Dougie Goodboy, Rand, Catherine, Tim, and I guess that would be Tim Tech's picture up on the top. Now, if I just
My guess is because the clocks have to be the top window in focus, and if you click on something else.
Nope. I wished I could have another camera back here. I grabbed
존 윌리엄
that
세드런
tab
와주
and I
브라운
slightly moved
하나
it to the left, and you see the clocks are moving now. So they do not have to be the top window. I have run what you bring. Yeah. So good thought. Already been tested. Not it at all. And besides,
You want a piece?
if I bring them to the front,
Is it
토니
just out of
왈로
the oven
세드
burning out?
원크 원크
If it's not, I don't want it.
For you? I got blowtorch.
and that looks good. So it looks like October is going to work out really good for me as far as my A1C test goes and having something to eat later afterwards, because it looks like the monthly meals and memory things is going to be the following day on Tuesday. So I will hold off one day and then I will have dessert that night for my reward, regardless of whether my numbers go up, down, stay the same. I'm going to treat myself. So
What is meals and memories? Remember, making sure you remember what you had to eat.
Alex, you're pushing the limits
원피시
on me
16 세드
kicking you out
딩동그딩동
on this.
딩동
Seriously.
딩동
No, Meals and Memories is
클랭그
a thing we
클랑
do
클랑
every month
클랑
in memory
클랑
of
클랑
my friend
클랑
who passed away, my
클랑
classmate.
클랑 클랭그
Ding dong ding. Boy, it will say everything. Clank, clank. We've been doing it since my friend passed away. We get together once a month and we eat and we reminisce about high school and what we've done since, and just it's a fun thing to do. And the clock's right. So Wintermute, the clock, everything. I think the clocks themselves actually stop. So I'm gonna go full screen right now. And then 1, 2. Now everything stops. The picture stops scrolling. The clocks themselves actually stop as well. EDT is stopped at 10:30 basically, and the second hand is right above the quarter mark. Same thing with CDT. The second hand stopped right above the quarter. There is no quarter hand on Pacific, which there should be, but I'll fix that. So everything stops. Now I'm going to grab that. I'm going to grab the tab and I'm just going to barely move it to the left about 1/8 of an inch, and both clocks are not exposed at all. They're still hidden behind this, except for the one clock. You can see a little bit of the black screen. I don't get it. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about having that other monitors. I can throw a lot of stuff on there. It's in the background, so to speak, and just forget about it. I mean, I can live with this like this. I'm not happy with it, but I can live with it. It's psychologically, it's my OCD is driving me up the wall. That why is that box not full screen? Well, it's not full screen because when I click the full screen box, 3, 2, 1, and they stop. Oh, and it stopped. That's appropriate. It stops on ghetto. Oh my goodness. Good thing it's the bottom of the hour and I'm getting ready to end the show. So, and I'm not bringing it below, excuse me, I'm not bringing the monitoring tab below the clocks at all. They're still on the same plane. Everything's right across the top of the screen. It's just I'm bringing it slightly to the left, and as you can see, well, wait a minute, EDT did not start. Eastern Time Zone did not start. Why is usually they start? So I'm going to grab it. Okay, there they go. Now all the clocks are working. I'm going to fine tune this down to where, how close can I get before they stop? Looks like about 1/8 of an inch. 31-26. Oh, the Bengals are coming back. Depends on how much time's left to game. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. We are going to be into overtime in a minute. Be prepared at the end of the month. There is going to be a change on the Kenstott Live show at night. I'm going to start on October 1st at 9 o'clock, my time. I'm backing it up an hour.
존 윌리엄즈 said thanks Ken.
You're quite William. You're quite William. Welcome. You're quite welcome, John. Thank you for being here. I realize that by me moving it back an hour, it's going to throw some things off for people on the West Coast and people in the middle of the country. But I've contemplated this for a while, and I figure first of the month is a good time to do it. So with that, I've just given the generic because I don't have a means to do chat right now. And I'm going to do the generic for Zoom like I did earlier today and just thank everybody all at once for being here. I appreciate it. I have no idea how many people are watching right now because the screen won't let me do that. Why can't I see how many people are watching? Anyway, thank you. I have to go find OBS and end this, or I could do the Doug way and just
Hold the plug.
Go to the studio and press end stream.
You got
End
15
stream.
watching.